little place that I call home.
The word culture means different things to different people. Most times it's also often used with like art-related subject matters. For instance, you say like the art culture in this particular museum is very great. Basically, what they're actually saying is like the way people interact, the way people engage is more like alike. But you know what is actually very important? For that museum to actually succeed, they need a particular kind of culture to be able to compete and also like grow in the market as the other museums. And this is where the digital culture comes in. Basically, what is digital culture? This simply means the way the employees, the stakeholders, the leaders of a particular organization, how they interact with technology, social media, how the AI, for instance, artificial intelligence, and how they are able to leverage that and growth. So in this video, we'll be able to like analyze and talk more about like how digital culture actually helps to leverage growth in any organization.
Never stick around quite long enough to make it. I apologize once again, I'm not in love. But it's not as if I mind that your heart ain't exactly breaking. It's just a
Talking
thought.
about like digital culture is actually like very different for like small businesses and also like established businesses like the Googles and the Apples of this world. When it comes to like having to manage like digital culture, it's like a step-ladder process because the budget is different, the team, the talent, having to manage the talent, coordination, even how to even making sure the business is profitable for like from the early stage is actually quite a lot of job. I've been able to sit down with CEO of a fast-growing brand in the northeast of England, where she's been able to develop from like grow from like a community of 25 members to like over 12,000 members across the northeast. So follow me today. Let's go to Bali.
It's just a thought, only a thought. If my life is for it, and I don't learn to buy, I deserve nothing more than I get. 'Cause nothing I have is truly mine. I always thought that I would love to live by the sea, to travel the world and...
Okay, so I'm Hayley Dorian, and one of the businesses that I run is a business called Wild Sea Women. So I set this business up in 2020, in the middle of the lockdown. So I'd been using cold exposure as a way of helping with stress, with work-related stress. So I worked in a IT as a network and firewall engineer, so it was a really stressful job, and I was just looking for ways to help with my mind, and cold water's always been one of them, because it just, nothing switches your mind off like cold water does, because you don't think about anything except how cold you are. So during lockdown, when lockdown happened, I just thought more people need to be doing this. You know, I could see just through social media the panic and the states people were getting in, the isolation. And so I just thought it would be great to bring some women together, and there was already mixed groups of swim groups. So my company is to do with the sea, obviously, going in the sea. And so I just thought maybe, you know, if other women would get into it, then it could help them the way it's helped me. Yeah. So I'd put up a post. It was June the 14th, 2020, and I just put a post out and asked if there was any women fancied coming down to Seaburn Beach to join me in the sea for a dip. And I was just overwhelmed by how many people turned up. There's 25 on the first time, and considering I couldn't, like, it was hard to get one person in, yes, never mind 25, like trying to convince people the benefits of the cold that just have nothing to do with it. So I think it was just a mixture, you know, I think it was just really good timing because people were willing to try anything to help and to bring them out of that isolation. So that first week there was 25 women there, and then the following week there was almost 100 women turned up. And so I began to panic because you were only allowed like groups of 30 maximum at the time. So I was like, I don't really want to be on the front of the newspaper for the wrong reasons. And so I thought I'd implement a booking system just to help manage the numbers. So that's what we started doing. So what we'd do is we'd get women to come on the beach, we'd meet, everyone would be feeling anxious, coming on their own, and they're scared of the cold, they're scared of the sea, they're scared of the jellyfish, they're scared of the sand, they're scared of everything. And so we'd all just sit down in a circle, and I would just guide them through some breathing techniques. So that's what I'm trained in now. I'm trained in breath work and cold exposure. So so that's and then it's just basically took a life of its own. We've got its own social media channel now, Wild Sea Women, and it's just organically grown. We've not really, we haven't tried to grow it. It's just, and now we've got support from other women. So it's been really great.
Okay, amazing actually. I love the whole story about from 25 you actually was just thinking you're going to have one, then you got 25, then 200. Throughout all this journey from the 1 to the 25 to the 100, was there any key role that social media or digital marketing help you increase the potential of the business at any point?
Yeah, definitely, because what people were doing, obviously, because everyone wants to get the selfie of themselves in the sea. So they would share that picture, tag us in, and then people would be, following us and asking when's the next session. And so it just skyrocketed because of social media. If it wasn't, even though, I've got a love-hate relationship with social media, but it's amazing at what it can do, for your business and how people can find out about you just by having a presence on there. So yeah, it's basically just been a case of people spreading the word, and then following us from there.
Okay, so more basic social media interaction and word of mouth for initial phase, WhatsApp, Instagram.
Yep, WhatsApp. We actually moved away from WhatsApp because there wasn't the capacity for the amount in our group. Now I think there is now. I think they've increased that, so we moved across to Telegram. But then once we set up the booking system, we decided that we'd get an email campaign built up as well. So that is the side I'd rather, head more towards. The email, I find it a little bit easier to manage, rather than having to check social media every day. But, and I know there's good and bad in all of it. So we just try to, just to get the most out of each aspect of it.
Yeah. Just before the interview, I was able to check your Instagram. You actually have over 7,000 followers. From a business that actually started in 2020 till now, is actually brilliant and really amazing.
Oh, is it?
Yes, actually going by actually organic growth, because we have businesses that spend thousands of pounds just to actually get this similar results, and you're able to do it leveraging organic growth and word of mouth. So it's really really incredible. Right now, what's the current customer base? What's the size of customer base right now?
The customer base. So we've got across our social media channels. So we've got Facebook, and then we've got groups as well. So we've got groups for each of our areas, locations. So overall, across social media, there's 12,000, and then in our email, we've got around just under 4,000. Who we reach through subscribers. So that is the bit where we are trying to grow, and we do try to remember to mention to sign up to our newsletter, and give them a freebie if they sign up.
Yes, actually.
Yeah.
Were there any challenges you actually faced in the way, implementing the social media marketing and campaigns generally?
Challenges,
yes.
Yeah. So algorithm is a big one. Finding the right time of day. And we've found as well when we do a collaboration that they don't seem to get seen as much. So there's all these things. It's just, you could post something and then there'll not be hardly any, there's not much interaction. And then you could post something pretty similar at a different time, and then it just takes off. So it's just about that's what we find challenging, and reaching the right people. So we're not about, we're not really so much interested in the amount of followers, but we want the right followers, the people who can, bring in business, because that's what we're trying to do now. So although we offer a lot of stuff for free, we do as a way of managing, what we do, and to bring in, some income, just to help manage the whole overall Wild Sea Women. We do paid for sessions as well. So it's often that when we're posting stuff, it's not reaching the right audience. So this is why Facebook and our Telegrams are good, because it hits the market. We've got them specific groups for people who live in that area, so you can target it at them specifically, as opposed to Instagram, where it sort of just goes out worldwide.
Yes, actually. By any chance, is there like any dedicated budget to like the marketing and all of that?
There's not. We're not in a position yet. That is one of our goals. We want to be in a position to be able to put more, because we would like to, although it's brilliant for it to grow organically, we would like to put more focus into it to really help it grow as well. But we're just not in a position to do that financially just yet.
It's actually beautiful how you've been able to grow even without any specific budget for like social media, like campaigns and things like that, because that's what most people actually throw the initial capital at. Just to actually ask, like, what is like the goal of the business, like short term and long term, going by actual numbers right now?
This is funny because this was never in my head to create this.
Yeah.
It's just sort of happened. And so I don't really, and I should, but I don't really have like a future goal of what I want it to be. It's just like sort of happening.
Okay.
And I think that is something what we do need to work on, and get, have a goal of what we're wanting and what numbers we want to have in, and how and what areas we want to see grow. But at the minute, it's just sort of doing its thing, and yeah, we're just riding along with it.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs would like to be like you right now. You have like a community of about 12,000 people, and you're like a day at a time. Like, people actually really set out and say they want these big numbers, and they may just never achieve the big numbers they're actually doing right now. All right. Thank you for like the whole interview today. It's actually quite insightful. I got to like see like business from a different approach. You don't have to have everything all fully fleshed out. You can still achieve a whole lot of success even without having like a very broad plan or something fancy, monitoring. So thank you for actually granting.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on. It was really good to meet you, Joseph, and good luck with everything.
Thank you. Yeah, some of my recommendations for like the White Sea Woman when it comes to like improving the digital culture and the strategic digital transformation within the business is one. It's very important to actually improve the user experience and the user interface on the website, because actually the basic like point of contact in 21st century. Everybody all over the world is actually like trying to reach you. Before they actually do anything, they actually go into your website for one. You have to improve like the color scheme, everything, and particularly mobile optimization. Everybody's on the mobile phone these days. Websites should be designed to optimize like smartphones, basically. And that is one. Two, SEO, search engine optimization, is very important in modern day. Where they're operating in the Northeast, when you have to search for like any business in this terrain, as regards what they do, they should come to your mind first. And only SEO can actually give you that in this modern day. And what is SEO without Google Analytics? You need to apply a bit of Google Analytics to know how many people are actually searching for this particular hashtag per day, how many people are actually searching for this particular information per day, and people are actually visiting your website per day. That's an app like that. People love to see behind the scenes. People want to see how-to videos. What rules the world and social media in this modern age is edutainment, educational entertainment. People want to learn, at the same time they want to be entertained. How do you achieve this? How-to videos, testimonials, behind the scenes, people having fun and yet still learning. That's one of the easiest way to campaign. And talking about like marketing strategy to actually improve like the social media presence, I would highly recommend they go for something called like the viral marketing. And how do you achieve that in this like very busy internet age? It's through Reels, Instagram Reels. Not just posting the regular pictures, could be like fun moments, interesting moments. Those short clips, just short clips. What about actually having to even venture into a bit of inspirational content? People actually come to the sea to actually relax, cool off, cold water shower, cool off. A little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivational like content will actually go a long way. And also, talking about the approach of what to post, when to post, there could be like a social media calendar that actually gives a guide of what to post, when to post, how to post. You know, this could be done easily with one of these AI tools around. Captions, you don't have to run out of captions. You got ChatGPT, put your idea there and it converts that into caption for you. And a lot of things that could actually be done better. But fairly speaking, a lot of these things can be achieved by actually having a budget. No matter how little the budget might be, there has to be a budget. They also have to consider like influencer marketing. It doesn't have to be like the most popular people. It has to be the friend of one to the friend of the other to the friend of the other. Why don't actually invite like a photographer, very good photographer around during each session, and what they do is basically take these pictures and maybe short clips, short videos and all of these things to capture the beautiful moments. When you have like a photographer on set, what it does basically is take pictures of these people for free, and after the session you give them their pictures. They are posting on Instagram, they are tagging you with that special hashtag. They are posting on Instagram and they're actually mentioning you. Their friends will love to share that beautiful moment next time, and that is how they will most likely improve the community. And from 12,000 community, we might be looking at 50,000 to the 100,000 community. It is important in 21st century that businesses take into cognizance appropriate strategic digital transformation. Because according to former CEO of Cisco, he made a claim in 2015 and said at least 40% of all businesses will die in the next 10 years if they don't figure out how to change their entire company to accommodate new technologies, which is actually no lies, because so every day we keep seeing changes in technology which has to be inculcated to actually keep businesses sustainable in this modern age. Digital transformation has many facets that actually impacts all part of an organization in some way. Every organization, particularly in the most developed economies, use digital technology basically, either directly or indirectly. According to Rainey and Wellman in 2012, they emphasized on the arrival of a triple revolution of customer technologies, which actually includes the social media platforms, the fast internet and smartphone, which has created a social change in the way business actually being conducted and the way we actually communicate with customers during the delivery chain. For one of the simplest level of this revolution is the hallmark of the use of smartphones to accelerate forms of personal and organizational communication. In today's ever-evolving business landscape, two interconnected concepts have taken over the center stage, which is the digital culture and the strategic digital transformation. Let's first explore what we mean by digital culture. Digital culture encompasses the shared values, beliefs, attitude, and practices within an organization regarding digital technology. For one, we discuss about like the digital mindset, which is about embracing technology as an enabler and constantly seeking ways to leverage it for improved efficiency and effectiveness within the organization. Collaboration. Teams work seamlessly across digital platforms, breaking down silos and also fostering cross-functional operations amongst the team in relation to interacting with the end users. Continuous learning. A culture of continuous learning ensures that the employees keep good pace with evolving technologies and industry trends in line with customers' demand. Customer centricity. It emphasizes the understanding and meeting customers' need through digital channels. Basically, the customer is at the middle of everything the business is about, and how well are they able to put this into a package and deliver it through an understandable and a seamless technological channel.